Microsoft has been taking some interesting steps lately. Between forced updates, confusing design changes, Copilot placements, ads inside Windows, and features absolutely nobody asked for, a lot of people feel like Microsoft has become disconnected from its users. Today, let's talk about why so many people feel that way, and what Microsoft is doing that's frustrating everyday users, and what would need to change for Windows to feel like good old Windows again. So here's the problem. Microsoft keeps making decisions that seem really good for them, but not so great for the actual people using their operating system. For example, Windows 11 introduced things like forced online accounts for Home and Pro editions, a start menu full of ads, recommendations, and paid apps, search results that prioritize Bing over your own files, and UI updates that remove features that people have relied on for years. It feels like every time they go to make a basic improvement or change, like a file explorer fix, a customization option, a stability, fix, something like that, Microsoft just shows up with something that no one requested, like another AI panel or even more bloatware, or maybe like an update to Paint. Does anybody even still use Paint? If you do, drop it down in the comments. I'd like to know who's still using Paint. And let's be honest, Microsoft pushing AI into every corner of Windows is starting to feel a bit forced. Copilot's alright, and AI has potential, but making it an icon down on the taskbar, forcing it into the settings, stuffing it into Edge and 365, and adding it to almost every other menu in Windows is starting to get a little bit obnoxious. Not to mention, Copilot PCs have a button on the keyboard dedicated to it. For many users, it feels like Microsoft is pushing AI on them instead of for them. And the irony behind it, a huge portion of the users that use Windows is on older hardware, like old school machines, business computers. They can't even run these AI features, and they can't use them either, or don't need to. And now this next one is a big one. Windows is becoming more and more monetized. It's all about the money for them. We're starting to see ads in our start menu, ads in the search bar. Microsoft 365 will pop up ads to you if they want you to upgrade to the next version or get more cloud space while you're using the paid version. Like, I already paid $100 to use this product for the year. I don't want to see ads and pop-ups in here while I'm using it. If you try to download Chrome, they're going to try to push Edge on you. Pop-ups telling you Edge is the best performing browser. You should use it. Shouldn't use a different browser. Like, that's my choice. If I want to use a different browser on your operating system, I can do that. Pre-installed apps, nobody wants. That's another thing with Windows 11. A lot of pre-installed apps, and a lot of times they have advertisements or try to get you to purchase something, right? So we bought a computer, not a digital billboard. It's starting to feel, the more and more Microsoft does this, like they're treating us as ad impressions, not customers. And what's making this disconnect even more glaringly obvious is that Microsoft often ignores features that we as the users actually ask for. Things like a start menu with more customization, a simple right-click menu, better Explorer stability, better compatibility with older software, fewer background processes, less telemetry, and the ability to turn off features that we don't want to use. Instead, what we got was rounded corners, more cloud integration, more ads, more AI, and more features locked behind subscriptions. It's like they're building Windows for a marketing team and not the actual people who use it every day. And another issue Microsoft is always facing is that it's being pulled in two different directions. On one side, you have the business users that crave stability, control, and long-term support. On the other side, you have home users who want simplicity, speed, and they do not want a bunch of applications or programs on their computer that they don't need or understand how to use. Microsoft tries to please everyone at once, and they end up pleasing no one. That's why Windows feels inconsistent. Some parts look modern, some look like they're from Windows 8, and some look like Windows XP had a baby with a web app. It feels like a product designed by committees, not for the people who actually use it and rely on it. So what would need to change for it to feel like the good old Windows days? Well, here's what Microsoft could do to win back their users. They could give people control, let users disable features, remove bloatware, and customize their UI, okay? Stop forcing cloud accounts and services. Not everyone wants or needs an online login. Fix long-standing bugs before adding shiny new features. So go back and fix the things that are issues before you start adding new things with new issues. Stop turning Windows into an ad platform. We're tired of seeing ads. Nobody likes ads. And listen to feedback and act on it. The most requested features should not be ignored for years to come. These changes alone would make Windows feel more like a product designed for its users, us, and not for shareholders. And yes, obviously, if you look at the numbers, Microsoft has not lost all of its users. We're still here. But it definitely feels like some are drifting away from what used to make Windows great and going in other directions, okay? People want control, people want stability, and people want an OS that helps them, not one that upsells them. If Microsoft wants to stay connected to its massive user base, it's time to start listening again. Thanks everyone for watching. If you agree with this video or there's issues you have with Microsoft and Windows, be respectful, but be sure to drop comments down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And of course, while you're down there, hit that like and subscribe before you go so I can see you on the next one.